Hello, welcome to the Candid Gamer Podcast. I am the Candid Gamer, Matt, and I am joined by Tyrade.
Hi.
And we are here to talk about some of the news stories. Now, if you don't know what Candid means, which, it's not a thrown around word a lot, it means just uncensored, no cuts, no edits, and we're going to say whatever we want. If you get offended, I'm sorry, but we have warned you that we will say some things that might offend, but we'll try not to. We don't want to look to offend. It just might come out.
Yeah, like a fart.
Yeah, like a fart.
Right.
That's how we describe each other. Like a fart. We'll just come out. Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Come out of the closet?
We'll just come out of the closet right now. Alright, so some of the news stories up for this day. We have Konami equals Hitler. Some of the new forthcomings that we've heard about Konami's productions and how they're treating their workers there. Obscure comics doing well in the industry. It's kind of a new thing. We want to really talk about it. The new Fantastic Four movie equals garbage. And Halo 5, should they just stop now? Now, what do you want to start with?
Fuck. Oh, let's just get Konami out of the way.
Alright, so Konami, let's start off a little heavy, I guess. And
I wouldn't say it's heavy. I mean...
It's pretty bad. Alright, so do you know what's going on?
Honestly, I'll tell you this right now. The only thing that I know that's going on is obscure comics.
And Halo 5. A little bit.
No, Fantastic Four, from what you guys told me.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And from what I read. And a little bit of Halo 5.
Alright, so
other than that, everything
Halo 5 is kind of an opinion piece, I think. It's not really like a news story. It's like, look what's happening. Let's talk about it. Alright, so Konami, they're just doing a bunch of shady shit. I'll get down to the specifics. Alright, so first, it's nothing unusual. Like, this isn't like, oh, fuck them, they did this. They close off internet, which a lot of companies do this. They close off internet, and they only allow certain emails to be shot through the company. They have a closed network. You have this, blah, blah, blah. They have... Alright, so that's not that bad. It's fine.
From a company standpoint, it's not too bad, but from a, say, human...
Yeah, like a human, like, oh, look, someone looking in from the company, like, from our perspectives, you could see how it could affect your viewing of the company. Kojima's productions have been moved to a brand new studio, calling them, I think it's just Studio 8 Productions, dropping the Kojima name. They are treated like crap. They have cameras everywhere, not for security purposes, mind you, to monitor their employees. They want to make sure they're doing work at all times, no horsing around. When you go to lunch, you punch a time card, and then when you come back from lunch, you punch a time card back. But if you don't make it, when you have to absolutely make it, so you're 5 seconds off, they will announce your name and publicly shame you in front of the entire company. Another one is, if you are not useful, if you're not seen as useful at the moment, you will be moved to a janitorial position. A janitorial position at some of their fitness places that they own for some reason, Konami owns. Or their slot machine factory, where if you're a 15-year coder for the company, you will still be moved to a place where you have to make slot machines. Even you've been one of the most hardworking, ass-kicking persons who've been hardworking at Metal Gear Solid and some of their big productions, you will be moved to a simple labor job. There is other stuff going on. It's pretty much also, if someone they don't want you being in touch with another company, they don't want you to leave. So they will shuffle your email and make a new one for you. So even if you're in direct contact, that new person that that person you've just been talking to get a new job doesn't know your new email. And they make sure you can't contact them. And then this guy made I don't remember his name. He made a Facebook post about leaving Konami. And any Konami employee who liked or shared, or did anything positive towards this guy was moved to one of their slot machine factories, or their janitorial positions, or a piece of shit job that they didn't want, because they don't want people leaving. They are turning into a bad, this is a company that's going down the toilet. They are now focusing on mobile games. They are focusing on free-to-play, the pay-to-win, the freemium model. They don't care about consoles anymore. Their view is console gaming is not profitable. The only thing profitable is mobile gaming. This is a company that has made such greats as Metal Gear Solid, the Metal Gear Solid series, and Revengeance, which I don't count to be part of the series. They've produced Yu-Gi-Oh! They were part of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Production. They did some great things, but now their time is up.
Well, I don't know, fucking. See, you named like the things that other people came up with, not Konami's actual own shit they actually came up with. That's my kind of thing. Because fucking Metal Gear Solid came from Kojima, Hideo Kojima's production or studio, whatever.
Yeah, Kojima.
Then Yu-Gi-Oh came from Kazuki Takahashi, and originally it was by Upper Deck Entertainment held the rights to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
But it was just under Konami because I don't know, Japanese companies like to work together. But shit happened. Upper Deck's no longer. Fuck. Upper Deck's no longer with Yu-Gi-Oh since 2006. I don't know.
But yeah, it's a bad working environment. They don't want you leaving, and it's probably all product of why Kojima left. Kojima probably saw this shit coming a mile away and was, well, I need to leave before this gets too bad. And I guess there were some leftover employees he couldn't take with him, had to stay, and turn into Studio 8. Now, we will link the article down below in the description about this article, and you can read for yourself and see what your thoughts are. Don't just hear it from us. We want you to form your own opinions. Let us know. But yeah, that's just a weird. I just don't get it. Like, you want your employees to be happy because they're not happy. You ain't making a good product. Look at Fantastic Four. But we'll get into that later. But Konami's just, I don't like. Metal Gear Solid 5 is going to be their last claim to fame, and then they are going to make the free-to-play transition and the mobile transition, which I don't want to call it mobile gaming because I don't consider it gaming. I consider it, I don't know,
sitting on a toilet to pass time.
Yeah, a pastime, like something to pass time. I don't consider someone who plays Angry Birds and Plants vs Zombies, which I know is like way back. Clash of Clans. What's that new one? Fire.
Camp.
Yeah, all these what do you call it? There's that new one. What's that Soldier one? Boom Beach. All that. Oh, that's not gaming. That's time filler. It's not like what I think of gaming is what we do is we just play video games. Like we play Mortal Kombat. We got Bloodborne. And we got all these actual games that people took their hard-earned time on, and like made something really good. Not all games are really good. You got some stinkers here and there. But that's gaming. Like playing League of Legends, it's gaming. I don't consider what Konami is about to do. They're not going to game. They're not a game studio anymore. They're just a thing that does mobile.
Like a Auschwitz camp.
An Auschwitz, yeah. Oh man, it's terrible. Yeah, like what we have on our board. Konami equals Hitler, man. Yeah. It's pretty bad. Now, I don't want it. Do I want them to do this? Do I want Konami to fall under? Because of what they did to Kojima? No, you don't want to wish anyone harsh times. You don't want to wish a company that's done shitty things harsh times. You don't want EA to go under. You never want someone to be in a bad position as a human being. But do I wish they would go back to making Metal Gear Solid and some other like good games? I don't know what other games they've made besides.
It's like the only thing we have against Konami, like
is
how I see it for you. It's more or less just shitting on them because because they had some shitty business practices with Kojima.
But that's not just shitty business practices. Well, they pretty much exiled him and alienated him, and then this turns into Hitler. It's like if Hitler was...
Can you name 3 Konami games that's not Metal Gear Solid or Yu-Gi-Oh? Can you name them?
No, because I think that's all the games they've really produced was Metal Gear Solid. Can you name 3?
Well, I don't play video games that much. I don't.
You play video games. It's just Nintendo.
No, more or less. I just don't play. I don't really play the new games.
He's a retro gamer.
I can never get into Metal Gear Solid.
It's a different. That's why we have both of us. It's a different perspective. I'm new gen. He's retro. But that's all I have to say is I think they need to pull their heads out of their asses and like focus on what's making their company successful. And if it's mobile, it's mobile. So just focus on that. Don't make your companies like feel like they're in a concentration camp. They already threw that enough in World War II. They need to make solid games or solid mobile.
I feel like people on like Reddit or Facebook is gonna shit all over you, man.
I
Like
welcome it.
Like, you welcome the shit.
Controversy creates cash.
Or like views or whatever.
Yeah, or views, whatever. We're not monetizing it. So, all right. I think we should move on. You want to? Let's go to.
Well, you mentioned Fantastic Four. Let's get that shit out of the way.
Which will kind of lead into obscure comics. So, Fantastic Four, I saw it. He hasn't. I'm more of a, again, film guy. He's more of a DVD, like, wait for it on DVD guy.
Well, like, I did hear about Fantastic Four. I did see the bad.
I have my phone here. I think I do. I can tell you my exact review because I have it down.
Well, anyways, as he's looking for his review.
No, I got it.
I kind of, more or less, just based my opinion. Like, I haven't seen the movie for myself to judge it. I'm just basing.
Yeah, after I tell you my review on it, I will tell you all the, what do you call it? Shitty dealings that's been going on between Josh Trank, the director, and the studio Fox. As I walked out after my viewing of Fantastic Four, I knew I hated the movie. There was a little to nothing I enjoyed in the movie, and after thinking about more and more on the way home, I grew to utterly despise it. The acting was terrible and cardboard-esque from some of the brightest young actors that we have today. You have Miles Teller, who just starred in an Oscar-worthy movie, which was nominated for Oscars, in Whiplash, which he did amazing in. You have Michael B. Jordan, who did an amazing performance in Fruitvale Station, and he's set to be Apollo Creed's son in the new Rocky movie Creed. And you got Kate Mara, who's been on some great TV shows, and the new up-and-comer Jamie Bell. In full honesty, I don't recognize him from much work, but he in the beginning was the shining star until that shining star fell and plummeted to the earth below and shattered whatever potential this movie had. The direction was all over the place and the pacing was terrible. You would have a bunch of just scientific exposition, and you didn't need it. You didn't need to explain. You don't need to. That's the problem Fantastic Four movies are having, is they're trying to explain all the scientific stuff. Watch Marvel, they don't try to explain all the science stuff. It's this happens and that happens. They very minute go into it, and it still works because we don't care about that.
More or less,
we care about the characters. We don't care about the stuff they're doing.
More or less, for the Marvel videos, how they explain science, it's more like they do it like the Big Bang Theory approach. Fucking say science shit, throw a joke in there, forget that we said science stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of forget and then move on.
But in this one, it was not that funny. There was probably a time I kind of chuckled. There was times where I facepalmed. There was times where I shook my head. If you ever seen Divergent, Divergent is notorious because I've seen it. It's just all exposition. You have to explain what's happening, explain exactly, like, this is what the Dauntless, because they're the bad guys, blah, blah, blah. And this is what this movie did, is like, this is what we have to do, and here's the science behind it, and here's what we're going to do, and this is the science behind it, this is what this is, and here's the science behind it. We didn't need that. You've been like, wow, what is this? Oh, man. Another problem is, alright, so the bad guy, Victor Von Doom, they go to, spoiler alert, they get to the, the zone, the... Negative zone.
I never seen the movie.
And I just hate it, and I don't want to know it. So he goes, and they find this green ooze shit. And he's like, oh man, I can feel the energy, like, pulsing through me. And he sticks his hand in it. I'm like, the thing that could utterly destroy you, which in the end does, and yeah, just plummet your hand right into it. And
well, like to kind of be like to kind of
devil's advocate.
No, to like kind of defend them. They were drunk. I mean.
Oh, but that's okay. That's another problem I had to movie. We had to get him drunk and blah blah blah. Ooh, like I don't know why we had to get him drunk. It was a weird scene. It's like, you guys aren't going on the thing. All right, cool. So, I'm pissed. Want a drink? Sure. Let's get in that thing. Sue Storm gets her powers by not even going with them. But she gets, like, she's in the same area when they come back, and it spreads a wave, and she gets hit by it and somehow gets invisible powers. It doesn't make sense. Good. It was boring to watch, and there's no substance to get you through the movie. There's no action until the final 20 minutes, and the action scene's like 10 minutes.
A good nod to the first Fantastic Four movie.
Nothing's happening. It's sloppy, stupid, and a slap in the face to all comic book fans and Fantastic Four fans. 0.5 out of 10.
What Fantastic Four fans?
There's comic book fans, but the 0.5, it was for the sole reason that Michael B. Jordan was mad to watch in the beginning. He had some funny lines, and when he was introduced and he talked about Victor Von Doom, that was about it. There are so many things cut out from the trailer. Okay, did you watch any of the TV spots where the Thing is flying from the helicopter?
Yeah, that wasn't
not in the movie.
In the movie. Yeah.
When Dr. Von Doom's like as Dr. Doom is laying on the table, and Miles Teller or fucking Reed Richards is like, "What is coming?" and he's like, "Doom." That doesn't happen. Here's how Doom's introduced. They want to make super soldiers. So they go send a bunch of soldiers that this can contain like 20 more people. They can go in, they like, "Oh, who's that?" And it's like Doom. And he's like, "Oh, I'm her, blah, blah, blah." They take him, they sit him down, or lay him down and like, "Oh man, we're gonna get you, or help you, but you gotta tell us how you got this power." And he's like, "To save my world, the negative zone." Excuse me. I might have to destroy yours or something like that. And he just starts popping heads. It's like, "You're dead, and you're dead." And he just, alright, cool. And then he goes to the negative zone and they all go against him, all the Fantastic Four. And there's like a fight, and it's not really a fight. Oh, he runs at him, he gets knocked down. And he runs at him, he gets knocked down. And she runs at him, and she gets knocked down. And then he runs at him, they fight for like 2 minutes, he gets knocked down. It looks like, and then they're like, "Oh, we need to work as a team, guys." And from the worst acting I've seen,
kind of like the
Avengers,
the original Ninja Turtles.
That too. Like we all fight them separately, and then we're not going to do anything. But like, he's like,
together.
But together we can do so much
friendship.
More. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then he's like, "Guys, we can do." And some of the worst acting I've seen from Miles Teller since Divergent.
Miles Teller is like,
he's a new upcoming actor, and he's good.
I see him more of the kind of characters he'd play are more or less the creepy good guys turn like bad guys.
Well, in Whiplash, he was an asshole, but he was the asshole you wanted to root for because he was the lesser asshole of him and Terrence Fletcher, which Fletcher was the guy who just slapped people and called them all a bunch of names because he was like, "That's how we need to," whatever. It's like he was the lesser of the two assholes. And yeah, I could see he can be typecasted that because he has that weird look, kind of like Jesse Eisenberg, but not in the same vein. But like he has a unique look.
Kind of like how Michael Cera has his teenage outcast.
Yeah.
Permanent teenage outcast.
Yeah,
character.
And he's like, what, 30? He's permanently a teenage outcast, and he's almost 30. But yeah, and it's all garbage. It's like, I went to see this movie.
Thankfully, I didn't.
This is in the top theater, which in my movie theater, there's a big theater, and then 2 little ones. Yeah, and we went to see the big one, and it was about, like, I don't know, 20 people were there. 20-ish. And I'm watching. And I'm like, what is this? And my brother is like, "Just stop criticizing it. Try to have fun." I'm like, I can't. I literally can't. There's nothing in this movie that's redeemable except for Michael B. Jordan, his 2 jokes that he has. That's the only part I had fun in. They have their powers. You want to see how they deal with them. And then a year later, it does it like 1 year later. And they all know what they're doing. And it's stupid. Oh, and don't get me started on the CGI face turn. So, Miles Teller... or Reed Richards runs away because he's scared of what they'll do, and he wants to find a cure for Thing.
Yeah.
And because he's like, "Oh, we're best friends, blah, 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 cure." So he runs away. This is a year, and he's like trying to buy up some parts to do what he did back in his garage because he made the whole fucking or the dimensional
portal?
Yeah, in his fucking garage. And then he's like, he has his like Mexican face, I think. He's talking to a guy, and then he's like, blah blah blah, and then he's like, I'll buy it, and he buys it, and he fixes the cash register, and he's going, and he's driving, and then his face starts turning back to Reed Richards, and it's like, "Oh wow, that looks just as good as Scorpion King did when The Rock was the Scorpion King," and that was like 17 years ago. We made fucking dinosaurs look good in the fucking 90s, but we can't make a little rubber face thing look freaking fine in a comic book movie that should have a good budget? Why? Like, this movie is the worst comic book movie I've ever seen. As, like, you can have weird fun with Batman and Robin. It is funny. If you look at it as a pure comedy, it is hilarious. If you looking at what do you call it, like all these campy ass superhero movies that you can have a laugh with because of how bad they are. So, freaking Fantastic Four isn't laughable because it's serious as shit. But the acting is so cardboard-esque and not like overacting. It's so overacting is funny to watch sometimes. Look at Nicolas Cage, but this acting was just very cardboard, and it was terrible. From some of the brightest stars we have. I don't get it. Like,
Who the fuck is Michael B. Jordan anyways? I don't know these people.
Michael B. Jordan.
See, the only person I know...
Did you ever watch Chronicle?
Isn't he the black guy?
He's the black guy in Chronicle.
Oh, so, like, nothing else noteworthy?
Well, he did Fruitvale Station, which was a small indie film that he was amazing in. He was in the TV show Friday Night Lights, which he was amazing in. Kate Mara was in a couple TV shows. I know them, I just can't remember the names for some reason. And Jamie Bell is I think a TV actor. Like I said, I don't know much about Jamie Bell, other than he had the look of the Thing, and that was about it. He had the tough guy look for the first, when he was human, and then he became whatever. And at the very end, alright, here, I'll tell you the line that is the worst line in the movie. They find their new base. Well, they give given their new base because of what they did and helped save the world by destroying Doctor Doom. And they are like, oh my god, this is awesome. Well, think of a name. We need a name since we're a team. Some witty, quotation marks, banter, where he's like, how about the three awesome people or something, and the one thing that no one wants. This is Human Torch. And it's like, oh, I get that you guys are trying to have a Thing, Fantastic, or a Thing and Human Torch, like, banter thing, but it didn't work. And then he's like, and then Reed Richards turns to the Thing. He's like, can you believe we made it this far? Blah blah blah. And then the Thing's like, yeah, it's fantastic. And Reed Richards like, what did you just say? He's like, it's fantastic, guys. I know the name. And then it cuts out. Like, that was as forced could get.
Well, I mean, they never said Avengers Assemble.
That's true. And that also looks like it, like, copied. Did you watch Age of Ultron? Where at the end, alright, Avengers, and he's gonna say assemble, but they cut it out. They totally stole from Avengers Age of Ultron. I kid you not.
No, I think he said, no, it was more or less Avengers, let's get to work.
No, it was
That's what he said.
No, I remember when it cuts out, he's like, alright, Avengers, and it cuts down and says, Avengers Age of Ultron, like they usually do after all Marvel movies. They have to show the title, because we don't know what the movie we just watched.
No, I'm pretty certain he says, okay, Avengers, let's get to work.
If people comment, leave it down below.
Then it cuts to a pan of them, like, who's the new Avengers? War Machine,
Scarlet Witch, Vision, Black Widow, Hawkeye are there.
I don't think
Hawkeye was there. No, Black Widow was right behind him.
No, Hawkeye wasn't there.
Because he's with those kids.
Hulk wasn't there because he's
in space.
Fucked off.
And Thor's back in Asgard.
Falcon was there.
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch was there. The Vision was there. War Machine was there. Those are the new Avengers. And then Captain America and Black Widow are the two original leftover.
And then Iron Man's wherever. What was he doing? I don't remember.
I don't know.
I don't remember where he was at. Oh yeah, he was talking when he left. And then he drove off in his car.
He fucked off. Yeah. As usual.
But yeah,
I'm pretty certain that
don't watch it. I don't even care. Don't, like I said earlier, pirate it. Don't pirate it. It's terrible. Don't
see, like, you guys are saying it's bad. Like, I
witness it for yourself. It's terrible. And I'm cynical on movies a lot. Andrew, who's not and like loves every movie he sees, hated it. Katie, who loves every movie she sees,
that's okay. Well, think about it like this. I never seen shit for Fantastic Four. I never seen, like...
Did you not watch the newest one?
Never seen trailers. I never seen stuff. Like, everything... Like,
neither did I. I never watched the trailer. But I watched the movie and then I saw the TV spot.
I haven't heard who's in it. Only heard that we're going to get a black Human Torch, which is outstanding.
The weird thing is, okay, who do you think is adopted?
They're not adopted.
No.
Isn't the dad black?
Yeah, the dad's black, but one of them... Yeah, the dad's black, so the Human Torch is his biological kid, but he adopts you. So everyone thought, like, oh, black kid's gonna get adopted and be, like, real stereotypical, but actually it was the white kid who got adopted. We're not racist, guys, we promise, we're Fox.
I didn't say nothing that would be
so
racist.
you wanted me to tell you the controversy?
Whoa. About what?
About Fantastic Four and what?
I don't really want to hear it.
Well, Josh Trank said he had a different vision for the movie, which is the director.
Fox fucked it up as usual.
And he's like, well, his vision, it was, like, chronicle, like, we gotta get them to know, like, a horror-esque type of comic book movie where it's like they're still in school, but they need to deal with their powers somehow inside, like, in school. And
so basically rip off the entire plot of Chronicle.
But he was the director of Chronicle, so it's not a rip off.
Well, no, like, rip it off exactly, because I mean, you have pretty much the one actor from Chronicle in it.
Yeah. We should just get Dane DeHaan and the other guy who played Matt back in the movie, and it's called Fantastic Chronicle.
The guy who played Green Goblin.
Yeah. The worst Green Goblin ever. But that being said, I don't know who to believe. Fox. Well, the movie. Well, they. Oh no.
No, keep going.
So they said. Josh Trank said they had 3 big action set pieces, 3 big ones, and just before they ended shooting, they came out, or before they shot the 3 of them, they came in. Fox took them out, 2 of them. The last one was the end one, which they cut into like half. So they took what could have been amazing action pieces that could have gotten us through this terrible movie, and maybe gave us some character to these guys. Because despite what people say, fighting in a movie and the banter that could go with it could add a lot of character. Look at the Avengers. Thor and Hulk, when they're fighting and the Hulk punches Thor, gives us a lot of character on Hulk and Thor's relationship. Like, it's not just oh look, it's funny, but it shows something more. And Iron Man and Captain America's banter, like, builds on their character relationship. Fighting can do a lot for a comic book movie because it shows how good they work as a team or solo person, and how they can make it interesting. Not like giving us a movie that should be like just a scientific movie that fucks up somehow. Don't give us the Green Lantern without the comedy. This is Green Lantern without the comedy. Green Lantern, you barely had a villain, you barely had any action. You barely had anything to go along with the movie. There's a lot of exposition, a lot of science talk. This though is the Daredevil of our generation.
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
I like the Daredevil. I mean,
the movie.
Kingpin. Michael Clark Duncan played a great Kingpin.
Okay, see, you had a good. The guy who played the villain, Doctor Doom, was Toby Kebbell, which you probably don't know, but he was in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes as the bad guy, and he did great. It all depends on the right director, though. In this movie, I don't think.
Honestly, I feel like from the way it sounds, it seems like all the reshoots killed this movie.
Oh yeah, probably. Josh Trank's apparently destructive behavior on set.
I don't know. I feel like who owns Marvel again?
Well, Disney right now.
No. Who owns them? Like cinematic.
Yeah, Disney owns them.
Oh well, I feel like they're waiting for like the next Fantastic Four reboot. Like waiting with money, saying, "Oh, your movie's bad. Well, here's a couple $1,000. Give us the Fantastic Four."
But what we need to realize is, I think Fantastic Four needs to not be a movie. But I think there's too much science behind it to really put away a good movie. To captivate an audience, because people get bored easily from the science talk. You need to find that happy medium, which is there are some comic book movies that are just incapable of that. Like, there are just some comic book characters that are incapable of that science talk and make it interesting. Iron Man's okay for it because of all the cool gadgets they gave him while he's doing it and that. But
plus, Robert Downey Jr. is a pretty good
actor. And Robert Downey Jr. is just captivating all on his own because he's a very charismatic actor. These guys need time to come onto their own, and I just think you need to let Fantastic Four lay to rest. I don't think it's going to work as a movie.
Didn't they already invest into 2 more movies?
1 more at least. And they say it's still happening. I think it's bullshit, but So, we can go from obscure...
It's kind of like the Man of Steel argument. Everyone's saying...
Yeah, no, but that's different because Man of Steel was polarizing. As in, like, a lot of people loved it, a lot of people hated it. This one just pure, everyone hates it.
Well, more or less, I feel like Fantastic Four still has a chance. It's just... all the diehard fans are pissed as usual. I mean, they can't please fans, but, it's just a movie, really.
This is showing of how much this movie's word of mouth just hurt this movie. It is the second lowest comic book movie since Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance.
I like that movie too. I mean,
you like all movies, I guess.
No. I like the movie because I wanted a sequel to Ghost Rider. I wanted a reboot to Fantastic Four.
But Nick Cage sucked.
Nick
Cage's Ghost Rider is terrible. If you can see, this is how much you remember of Spirit of Vengeance. He was fucking Ghost Rider.
No. Oh, Nicolas Cage. Oh no, I honestly liked how he did it.
Well,
Like before, like when Nicolas Cage wasn't crazy.
He was crazy back then. Have you not watched The Wicker Man? But that's it. All right. So speaking of obscure comic books, because really Fantastic Four is pretty obscure. It's well known, I guess, but it's not terribly known.
Nice transition to our next topic.
Yeah, obscure comic books doing well. It's a weird thing, right? You know, look at Guardians of the Galaxy. That should have been the first Marvel bomb. Made $94 million opening weekend. The third highest opening of Marvel history. Sorry, third or fourth.
I feel like
no, that was fifth. Actually.
Not obscure Marvel movies, but more
comic
like
book
obscure
movies. Comic books.
No,
movies.
not comics. Obscure comic book team ups.
Well, nah. That's
Guardians
very.
of the Galaxy, and then
well, Ant-Man is obscure and it did fine.
Then Suicide Squad's coming up.
Well, that's it.
Everyone's.
I just think we should talk about obscure because there's a bunch of obscure ones. You got like look at Cyborg. Cyborg isn't well known. Aquaman's made fun of on a daily basis. Teen Titans is really
no. Teen Titans. Cyborg. Everyone knows Cyborg from Teen Titans.
But not everyone.
People in my age category.
Yeah, but you're not the only
true
ones.
True '90s kids, Matthew. True '90s kids.
That wasn't even like the early '90s. The early 2000s.
You're like subservient to us.
Well, we want to talk about obscure comics. Kingsman.
Okay, is it Marvel or DC?
This is not no. This is a pure comic.
Then it's going to be obscure if it's not Marvel or DC. See, even the Archie comics have their own fucking superheroes.
But no. Let's go back. No one knew that what Kingsman was, even as a comic. The movie came out and did amazing at the box. Like, did pretty awesome at the box office. $45 million for a movie that no one's heard about, or even existing property is great. It is an amazing movie in and of itself. It's a great spy movie. It's great action. There's likable characters. Eggsy's a likable hero. You have Colin Firth, who in all points should not be an action star, but proved he can do action in this movie. You got a bunch of things going well, but it's such a weird idea, and it's the same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy. You have a great team up. You have a bunch of you have.
Fairly unknown.
You have Chris Pratt, which he's a good TV actor. He was in Parks and Rec, and he was good in that. And then you have Zoe Saldana, who's kind of well known. She has her following with Avatar and some other like The Losers, but no one really went to see Losers, so mostly Avatar. You have Dave Bautista, who has kind of a following from wrestling. He was a wrestler for 5 to 6 years, 7 years. I don't know. Bradley Cooper, that you don't realize it's Bradley Cooper until the credits roll and says it's Bradley Cooper. And Vin Diesel saying 4 lines. Well, 1 line, 4 words. You have I am Groot and you have we are Groot. So 5 words. So you have that. So that's the thing is, you look at these weird movies in Suicide Squad. No, there's only 2 of them that people really know that's like a part of the Suicide Squad. Like you said, it's Harley Quinn and Deadshot.
Then everyone else, who the fuck's Captain Boomerang? Who the hell is Slipknot?
Who's El Diablo? Well, maybe Killer Croc, man, but he doesn't look like Killer Croc. Who's Katana? We know these guys, but it's like to the average moviegoer, like who's Rick Flag, and like you need the reason they put Joker in the trailer, which wasn't even supposed to be released to begin with, was to show people like watch this movie. Like, I don't think it would do well if it didn't have the Joker in it. I really don't think so.
I think it would probably need the Joker just to kind of
push it there.
To show how Harley Quinn's character was.
Yeah.
Because people think Jared Leto's cameo or like role in the movie is to tie in
Harley Quinn's
to tie in with the Superman vs. Batman movie, which in that trailer showed I think Robin's costume.
Yeah, with ha ha ha, the joke's on you or something like that.
Yeah, and people are thinking that it's gonna tie into that, but if you look hard enough into the trailer, it's not in the same. It's not in the warehouse. It's in the same place that I think Arkham, because Joker's pants had Arkham on it. I think. And I don't know. More or less, I feel like Jared Leto's role in this movie is to kind of
backstory
to show from how Harley. I mean, to show Harleen Quinzel's story from how she went from Harleen to Harley, and how Mr. J, whatever.
But what I I hope Joker's not in Batman v Superman. I really don't. I don't need another character. We have rumored the Flash is going to be in there. Aquaman's almost confirmed to be in there. Cyborg's confirmed. Wonder Woman, Batman, Lex Luthor, whatever villain they're going to throw in. You have Lex Luthor's assistant, Doomsday, and you have Alfred and whatever. It's a packed movie of, like, we don't need that many characters.
Well,
all I want to see...
You got the Avengers.
But the Avengers is different. We had a bunch of setup and we had time to know these characters. That's, like, I don't want them to do the Marvel.
There's Green Arrow, the TV series Green Arrow.
But this is a whole different universe. Of the TV shows and the movies are a different universe.
Oh, I thought they would be the same.
No, because there's a different actor for the Flash in the movies. Ezra Miller plays him in the movies. But I don't remember the guy's name in the TV show, but he's a different actor. You don't have any time to know these characters. Maybe they'll focus on Batman and Superman almost assuredly. Besides,
the movie is called Superman vs. Batman.
But you have all these people to give nods and such. I don't want them to do the Marvel method. The Marvel method works for Marvel. That's a good way to set it up. A good way that they could set it up is you have Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, and you have Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. That's it. Don't throw Aquaman, blah blah blah. You have Lex Luthor, they do a good fight, blah. Yeah, post-credit scene, hint to Aquaman. Or no, hint to the next one, which is Wonder Woman. Hint to that in Wonder Woman. In Wonder Woman, hint to Aquaman, because it kind of would tie in with her whole, like...
Athena...
Yeah, mythology thing.
Okay, let's roll back to obscure comics.
Yeah, we're going to go off topic.
Matthew's fanboying here.
Yeah, I'm jizzing, guys.
Anyways...
Are we looking for connection? Because the connection is people want to know. If you make it vague enough, watching the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer, it's very vague of what it's about. And so you have to excuse my dogs for one, but you also have to know, you want to know, what's this about? And then you have the Marvel stamp on it for this one, Guardians of the Galaxy at least, and it's going to do considerably well. Ant-Man, since Guardians of the Galaxy flopped, should have been their Marvel's first flop. But it wasn't. It did fine at the box office. It didn't do amazing. It didn't do 90 million. It did a considerable 60, rounded off 60 million in the domestic. But again, the trailer showed some funny things, and the people who went to see it enjoyed it. It was funny as hell movie. You had some of the greatest comedy in a comic book movie, probably since the first Iron Man. It's and Iron.
Isn't Ant-Man start of Phase 2? Or is
no, you mean Phase 3? No, it's the end of Phase 2.
Right.
Start of Phase 3 is Civil War.
All right.
So yeah. And you look at the new obscure comics for Marvel, at least. Let's focus on Marvel right now. For the slate, you got Thor Ragnarok.
Well, that's not obscure. I mean, no,
obscure
comics. I mean, characters that are
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, and then who else?
Well, you have
Miss Marvel,
or Captain Marvel, whichever one, and maybe even a little Black Panther. Not a lot of people know who Black Panther is.
Well, they did do
that press release had.
They did do a nod to him in the new Avengers movie though.
In the Age of Ultron, where he's when the claw, the guy who gets his arm chopped off by Ultron, is the villain in Black Panther.
Yeah, well, it is going to be. Well, it is obviously the villain.
And they also did mention Doctor Strange in Winter Soldier, where he's everyone from the thread of Bruce Banner to Stephen Strange, blah blah blah. Stephen Strange, which the biggest draw for Doctor Strange, Marvel, and Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch is gonna be a big draw. You're gonna be oh, he's not been in anything huge, but no, his name's out there as an actor. He's a nice guy. If you watch interviews, he's hilarious. And he's been in The Hobbit. He was in The Hobbit. That's his biggest movie. So this is gonna be probably gonna be the biggest draw, is having Doctor Strange in the Marvel the Marvel and the Benedict Cumberbatch stamp. And let's look, Miss Marvel. There's not really concrete. Just she's the second girl character to get a comic book made out of her, like her own standalone versus Wonder Woman. And yeah. We can't really talk about it much because we don't know much of the details besides she's gonna do well because she has the Marvel stamp. Now to DC, Cyborg, Aquaman, the Justice. No, well, not the but the Justice League isn't obscure, but it's new, and it's not like a lot of people do know it, but a lot of people don't know what to expect from it. It's an obscure idea. Like, the reason Avengers works is they're not hugely overpowered. Yeah, you got the Hulk, and the Hulk has, like, no limit, but he can also be beat.
Kind of like rock, paper, scissors in a sense. Everyone in the Avengers is rock, paper, scissors. Everyone in...
Yeah, like, they can all lose to something.
DC's universe, it's all fucking this rock. Everyone's a rock.
Yeah, well, like, you can all lose to something, like, rock, paper, they can all lose to something that they have. Like, Thor can beat Hulk. If given, like,
Iron Man can beat Hulk with Hulkbuster.
Hulkbuster armor, which he pretty much did in the movie. But like
Black Widow can beat the fucking Hulk
with her whole touchy thing.
Yeah.
But the thing with Justice League is Superman beats everyone, Wonder Woman beats everyone, Aquaman beats everyone, Green Lantern beats everyone, Flash can beat mostly everyone. The only one who can't beat mostly everyone is the one we all give the most credit to, Batman.
He can beat everyone.
No, he cannot beat Darkseid with his Omega beams, which you go poof, right through his skull.
Yeah, but then, they took him back in time.
And they flew around the world, and they went back in time before Batman died.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that's about, like, obscure comic books.
No, it's probably...
There's probably more.
Watchmen.
Watchmen, in all intents purposes, was not a great movie. But I enjoyed it, but it was not amazing. It didn't do well. And I think that's, like, Zack Snyder's only good movie, because I do not like him.
Dr. Manhattan's blue dick.
Everyone.
Waggling around. Right?
Everyone. That's how you should have killed people. Blew him away with his dick.
Obscure comics. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
There's another one that didn't do well. Like, we had a bunch of obscure comics.
So, yeah, apparently fucking Magneto was originally supposed to be played by Sean Connery.
Yeah, then he did Extraordinary Gentleman instead.
Yeah.
And then it tanked and then destroyed his career.
Yeah, he went back to doing albums. So wait, is that... No, that's someone else. No,
was that Christopher Lee you're talking about? Or Christopher Lee?
Sir
Rest his soul.
Rest his soul, I'm sorry.
But, yeah, you're thinking about him. But, no, but seriously, I mean, like, Blade, probably the first obscure comic to do well. Blade, no one heard of it. And then it came out, and it wasn't a great movie, but at least 1 and 2 were. And it did well. 3 was okay, but 3 wasn't as good as the first.
Didn't 3 have Triple H in it?
No, maybe. But I know 3 had Ryan Reynolds in it. And maybe 3 did have Triple H. I don't remember much of 3 because it was meh. Hellboy, let's go to Hellboy. Great movies. They did fine at the box office. $200 million, I think, for both. And
it ended up getting Ron Perlman a gig for Bethesda.
Is that how he got? Is that how he got?
I think that's how he got noticed. I'm not too sure.
Because Hellboy 1 came out like 2002, 3, 4, like 2002.
Before Fallout 3 was taken over by Bethesda at that time.
But then didn't they go back and like put Ron Perlman in all of their promotional shit?
No, I think he was always their narrator. Yeah. I'm not too sure.
And then you got Hellboy, which was great. Again, Blade was the first one, and Hellboy came along and did really well. But then after that, you had a drop of you have Extraordinary Gentleman, which didn't do well. You
got obscure
we thought we could turn anything into. Looking back when we made Supergirl into a movie and that tanked. Catwoman we made into a movie and that tanked. Daredevil we made into a movie and that tanked. Like Daredevil is a obscure comic book, but now on a great TV show. Elektra obscure. Tanked. Punisher, obscure, tanked twice.
Punisher could do good.
He could do good, and he will do good in Daredevil Season 2. But he tanked as a movie twice. Thomas Jane sucked, and so did the new guy. Steven Adams or something like that.
I don't know, I feel like because speaking of Punisher, doesn't he become Captain America at some point in the comics?
He kills Captain America at some point, I think. Yeah. No, he tries to kill Iron Man at some point. In Civil War...
See, this could be a cool thing because
Civil War, Captain America doesn't want to kill anybody. He wants just stuff. He doesn't want people to die.
He wants to do everything the American way.
Yeah, but Punisher is trying to he tried to kill Iron Man and Tony or Captain America beats the shit out of him. He's like, why'd you try to do that? And he's like, because I thought it would end things. And then he's like, you're insane, Castle, and throws him in jail. But yeah. That's about obscure comics that nowadays are doing well, but look at
because everyone already knows how the whole everyone already knows the Batman origins storylines. Everyone knows the Superman stuff. it's like everyone is expecting everything to be expected except with the obscure shit because no one knows.
Yeah. Well, look at Marvel. Like they have to do the new shit because no more Iron Man movies.
Well, no more villains that Iron Man can't face alone.
Yeah. Like he should, in all intents purposes, should not have done that with Mandarin, but it was a funny move and I enjoyed it. But if it was just like obscure comics, good at the beginning, started doing shitty in between, and now back to being great.
Well, because no one knows what the fuck's going on, essentially.
And we want something new.
Yeah.
So, Halo 5.
I think we could try to dig up one more obscure comic before we end that.
I'm trying to think of one, but I can't really. I'm trying to think. Howard the Duck? Which tank?
Yeah. There you go. You got that.
Yeah, Howard the Tank, because a tank like shit.
I think a good way they can connect the Fantastic Four to the Marvel Cinematic is
Howard the Duck.
No.
Have him RPG him all.
What's his name? The Collector.
Yeah.
He has the original Human Torch's outfit.
Yeah.
So maybe they can do something with it.
Yeah.
Fuck, obscure comic. One more obscure comic. I know there's one more.
Oh, there probably is.
There has to be one more.
Well,
you said Howard the Duck.
But I'm trying to think of well, if you look back, look at the Batman anime, or not Batman, but the DC animated movies. They did a bunch of Assault on Arkham, and they're all really good. They just don't sell well. Look at the new one that came out, Gods and Men. It's like, or Gods and Monsters, I should say. It takes what if Batman was a vampire? What if Superman was Zod's kid? And what if Wonder Woman killed all of Darkseid's family? It's obscure, and it was amazing.
I don't think I can come up with a comic.
Nah, that's why. There's a lot. Probably just people are yelling at us what about this one?
Well, I mean,
there's probably one that we didn't even know was a comic, and people are what about this one? Well, Kick-Ass. How about Kick-Ass?
Yeah, there's that. But the thing about Kick-Ass is that it was being written at the same time as the comic was coming out, so to speak.
Yeah, but it still was obscure, and no one knew what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim vs. World. It was technically a manga.
No. I mean, no, it was a graphic novel.
Oh, it's a manga, isn't it?
No, a graphic novel. It's made by a Canadian.
Oh.
So, shoutouts to Canada.
Yeah, hashtag Canada for life.
You can't say Deadpool because Deadpool isn't obscure. I mean...
Anymore he isn't. He used to be really
It's plastered all over the fucking internet.
Yeah, it's Deadpool this, Deadpool that.
Honestly, I didn't want to say this in front of Andrew. I feel like the Deadpool movie is only gonna work as a standalone, cause
yeah, it is. It's going to work as one movie.
Then if we try to bring him into the X-Men universe, which is
too
pretty
campy.
Yeah,
he's too over the top. He's too fourth wall breaking. He's too funny for these movies. Which is they have comedy elements. Sometimes it's
pretty
funny.
much. Only the Deadpool movie can contain him. X-Men can't because he'll kind of fuck up the balance of the movie.
Yeah, maybe a sequel.
Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2. Deadpool Dead Harder. I don't know. Die.
For the Deadpool sequel, they should fucking do the Dreadpool.
That kills the entire Marvel.
Deadpool versus
kills the entire Marvel universe.
Yeah.
But I don't think they could do kills the entire Fox universe.
No, I mean you don't have to use.
Maybe it's not that same story, but use Deadpool and be like, oh look, someone's bad mouthing your name now.
Or even the Deadpool corps if they somehow did that.
Or Deadpool versus Wolverine. That'd be cool. But
Wolverine wins.
No, but the thing with actually, yeah, Wolverine's Hugh Jackman's done after his last movie.
Really?
Yeah, he's done after.
But then Wolverine. He said he'd like to appear in Marvel. So
it's only time if
maybe he's done being this Wolverine.
He'll just come. They'll do what they did with Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, who are technically X-Men, and call them not mutants but something else.
Extraordinary miracles.
Yeah, miracles. Hey, look at this new miracle. It's fucking Wolverine. Man, how's it going? It's Hugh Jackman. Hey, where were you in a different universe somewhere? I don't even know. I'm kidding.
Freaking what is OCS again?
League Championship Series.
Oh, okay, never mind. Let's try to transition this into something.
Halo 5 somehow?
Not Halo 5.
Well, that's the only thing we have up there. Well, we have LCS up there. We have Halo 5. We can talk.
I don't know shit
We
about.
can talk about a Street Fighter. We can talk about how they're trying to make you earn DLC somehow.
Dude, that's going back to the roots though. You gotta admit. I mean, you gotta.
Right. Yeah, it's weird though. Like, it's cool.
Tekken did that with Tekken Revolution.
League of Legends does that with, like, well, you could earn their champions by, like, playing so many games and earning a bunch of IP and influence points. You can buy champions.
Yeah, see, like, that. I like that. I don't like. You can buy characters. It's there. You can buy the characters, or you can earn it.
Or you can go through. You can go through your entire league days without playing or buying a single one by just using their free to play. Their free champions. There's
like rotated every week. I think Killer Instinct did that too. They rotated one character. Ooh. Yes. Speaking of which, did you hear about the new Killer Instinct character?
No.
It's Rash from the Battletoads.
No way.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
It's
Hey, let's go. Let's phone EB Games and ask if they have Battletoads.
Fuck. No. But, Rare Replay came out recently.
I was gonna buy it actually.
I don't like it, like, because I'm too attached to Banjo.
You're too retro, man.
You're
too retro.
I like playing Banjo-Kazooie on the Xbox because it's not as laggy, no slowdowns.
You mean nuts and bolts or what?
No. Before they re-released them as Xbox Live Arcade games.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Because I was saying, if you're talking about nuts and bolts, people will.
No, I never played nuts and bolts. I honestly,
because it wasn't a Banjo-Kazooie game, they just threw Banjo-Kazooie on it.
Like, I feel like pretty much all the things people are saying that's bad, that's their opinion, and I haven't kind of going back to the Fantastic Four thing. I never seen the movie, and I kind of just don't want to base my opinion on the movie until I see the movie myself. Whereas I haven't played Banjo-Kazooie, Nuts and Bolts, and I can't really, base my opinion off of what everyone else says, or fucking JonTron, or even to add another layer to this, like, fucking Salt Tower of Destiny, whatever. I can't.
All these.
Everyone says Duke Nukem Forever was bad. I never played the game. I also wanted to play the game because I do like Duke Nukem, and I can't really base my own opinion based off of someone else's opinion. So pretty much, I have a fucking bucket list of games I want to play, and movies I want to watch that people that said are bad, but I haven't seen them, or whatever. So it's either I could die knowing that I'm disappointed, or I'm actually more happier than I expected it to be.
You can die not disappointing or being disappointed by those games.
Same thing with Destiny.
Actually, if you want to play it, I have it. It's okay.
I haven't played Destiny. I only played the first couple of seconds of it.
You woke up in Russia and left because you were in Russia.
Yeah, I fucking D20s. So like, I feel like Bungie hyped Destiny up too much.
Oh yeah.
They
spent $500 million on marketing apparently. So.
Yeah, like, I mean, they fucking teased the game since Halo 3. Halo's a really good series. After 3, I think 343 Studios took over and kind of did Halo ODST, Halo Reach.
I love your transition.
Halo 4, Halo 5.
You went to
see, that's how you fucking transition. No,
you went from you're like Bungie and Destiny hyped the shit out of it, and they've been teasing it to Halo 3 and Halo, by the way.
Yeah, see, that's how you transition, Matthew.
You went from
take fucking notes. But yeah, anyways. Matthew on the board here. Matthew wants to talk about Halo 5.
Should they stop?
And the thing is, he thinks they should stop.
I think they should.
Yeah.
Because look at this. It's like, alright, Halo 1, amazing. Masterpiece. It's going to be one of the greatest of all time. Halo 2, another great game. Man, the story was mad, but, great multiplayer. 3 was an all-around good game for XPlay. They got worse as time goes on. I would say Halo 1's the best game. Halo 3 was great. Halo ODST, the DLC package, I say, for Halo 3 was terrible, in my opinion.
Halo ODST kind of sucked, but it did introduce a really good mode, Firefight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and, I think Firefight was the best thing to come out of that.
And then but also came with all the multiplayer maps too, right?
Yeah.
So that was pretty fucking.
And
awesome.
then Halo 4 was
Halo Reach, then 4.
Oh, Halo Reach, sorry. Halo Reach was meh.
Well, I liked Halo Reach. I mean,
it was fun. Yeah, the multiplayer was fun. I guess. But it was, again, it's just a rehash of Halo. It's just Halo. We get mad at Call of Duty for not innovating anything, but look at Halo. Halo hasn't innovated since Halo 1. Halo 2. Okay, sorry, Halo 2. Halo 2 is the pinnacle of multiplayer Halo.
Yeah. Like, it's set the grounds for Halo, like...
And they just kept copying it. And then now Halo 4. Halo 4 was... bleh.
Beating a dead horse.
Beating a dead horse. And now Halo... Okay, the only interesting thing about Halo 5 is why it's achieved a bad guy.
I liked Halo 4 because it had the Prometheus weapons. Is that what they are?
Yeah, well,
like,
the Forerunners, whatever.
Forerunner. Those weapons I liked. Everything else I kind of didn't like.
Well, yeah, the story was... And, like, the best part was, like, Cortana coming alive, I guess. And the graphics were okay. But, like, towards the end of the Xbox 360's life cycle, because that was, like, the same year that the PS4 and Xbox One were coming out, I think.
Yeah.
So, they looked great, but then, like, you look at Killzone. Killzone looked way better than Halo, but it didn't play better.
Crisis 2 looked way better than everything else.
And that was, like, a
2004 game.
No, 2008 game, I think.
2008. Well, it looked way fucking better than it did for its time.
They're not good games, by all means. Crisis 1 and 2 are just good shooters. They're mess shooters.
They're great graphics.
They're great graphics.
If you want graphics, Crisis 2. Try run 2 Crisis 2 games on your fucking laptop. Guaranteed it's going to blow up.
It's going to blow up and say, fuck off, because we can't do that.
I haven't played the new Halo 4. I didn't get the gist of the story because after Reach, which was a prequel to Halo 1, I kind of just stopped paying attention to the storyline, more or less. So could you bring me up to speed what Halo 4 is about, then kind of tie in what Halo 5 is?
Halo 4, he's trying to, like, cure, because Cortana's going crazy.
Like, sort of like a virus.
Yeah, like the Forerunner virus. And he's trying to, like, cure the entire way and trying to, like, kill, like, it's pretty much trying to help her. And then they get to the end. And she dies, because, spoiler alert, she dies, and she's, like, out of you, and, like, you touch each other, like, she's like, oh, I've been waiting, like, my entire life to touch you, and then she, like, pushes you, like, go, and then she blows something up.
It's like, I'm like Jarvis, I uploaded myself into the internet, and I came back.
And then, like, towards the, like, you pretty much, like, depressed and shit, so the trailer's, like, released, he's just a wanderer, and he's just wandering, and he sees, like, a Promethean or something. My take is, he probably made a deal with the Forerunners, with Prometheans, whatever, and he's like, I'll fuck over the earth if you give me Cortana. Because they can make like computer into reality, because that's what they are. Mm. So they'll do that.
So that's the Halo 5 story.
Yeah, that's my idea.
I don't know. Like, I'd imagine the multiplayer would be cool. Like Halo 4
it looked good from the beta they showed, but it looked like Halo.
It looked like Halo. Halo 4 was kind of meh. I mean, the drop shit stuff.
Yeah.
The drop ship stuff kind of was meh for me because I thought of Call of Duty. More or less, it feels like Call of Duty's slowly becoming Halo and Halo's becoming Call of Duty. If you noticed, right?
I agree.
Advanced Warfare was a good example of that.
Yeah.
Fucking suit, like, is it exosuits?
Yeah, exoskeletons. Yeah.
Fucking Mjolnir or not Mjolnir. Spartan program.
Yeah.
Isn't John the last Spartan to have the AI or something? Then all the Spartans after him don't have AI.
Yes, they realize that like the AI helps them go crazy.
You can corrupt them or something.
Yeah, well, like every AI, because the AI dies before you, and when you lose that AI, you start going insane.
Kind of like Big Daddy, Little Sister, BioShock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, isn't there a new BioShock game coming out too?
No.
No. Fuck.
I think Infinite was like the last one. Infinite 2, Infinite more times, I don't know.
Infinity times 1.
Yeah,
Infinity plus 1.
I don't know. Halo 5, I think Halo just needs to stop. I think Halo 5, okay.
Well, they need to reevaluate what they're doing and kind of stray away from the Halo formula.
I just think 343 needs to make a game called Density.
By this point, the horse is a skeleton.
Yep. And we're just going to beat that skeleton until it's like dust.
Until it's like dust, and then they're gonna snort that, then there'll be nothing left to beat.
And they're gonna shit it out, and they're gonna beat that until it's like Halo 10. And yeah.
Or like Halo versus
Let's Fast and Furious this shit and say we're gonna go into like Fast and Furious 11.
Let's kill off John, and then use that as a way to sell the movie.
Yeah. Make a movie.
No.
Let's have Locke. Because, yeah.
No, that's how I seen the new Fast and Furious. Like, oh, he died, let's put it in his honor, then hype that shit up, and then...
That's why the movie, like, got $134 million opening weekends, because everyone's like, Paul Walker's dead, let's go watch it.
Like, and then I guarantee about 2 weeks later, no one gives a fuck about Paul Walker no more.
That's true.
Okay, think about it like this. He wasn't the only one to fucking disintegrate into meat after charring in his body or whatever.
Yeah, there's another
Ryan
person.
Dunn. Ryan Dunn was way better than Paul Walker ever was.
Paul Walker, as much
They
as
both died the same too.
Yeah, as much as we're gonna say, Paul Walker, man, we lost a great actor. We didn't lose a great actor. We lost a great human being. He was a terrible actor.
Yeah, because he didn't he like
He made He was Brick Mansions. He was terrible in that. We watched Fast and Furious. In Fast and Furious movies, he's not good. He's mad. He's not the best part of the
if you hear beeping in the background, it's my laptop. It's being dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Paul Walker was alright. He donated his money. He was
like I said, we didn't lose a great actor.
Yeah.
We lost a great human being.
Yeah.
He did a lot of charity work. I'm not taking anything away from him. He's just, we keep saying like we lost a great actor with him.
And then again, when we say that we lost a great person, then who was Ryan Dunn really? He was a stuntman essentially. He liked to have fun with his friends and record
he lost a family man.
Yeah.
And so we lost with Paul Walker. We lost a family man.
Then again, I should retract that statement. But then again, I mean, jeez.
It's not even that. Like Paul Walker wasn't the only one to die in that crash.
Okay,
there was two people. There was him and another guy.
Okay, I think I found the difference I was looking for. Paul Walker died before the movie was being made. Ryan Dunn died after Jackass 3
and they never tried to sell it as a Ryan. Like they never did a Jackass.
In loving memory of Ryan
They never
Dunn,
did a Jackass 4. Yeah, no, but the thing with Fast and Furious was the movie was in development, like as he died. So that's the big thing. But like they didn't. I would think it would have been a more classy thing not to put it so heavily that he's dead.
Yeah, or even like Wiz Khalifa's song "See You Again." That's a beautiful song.
But it would only
everyone cried at the end. I never seen Fast and
Furious 7.
Fast and Furious 4, 5, and 6.
Watch 5 and 6 are good.
I haven't seen them.
4 is okay. 4's mad. You don't have to see it.
I haven't seen them. But I still watched 7 because, the fact that...
You bought into the hype.
Yeah, I
didn't go see it. I saw the ending on Facebook when it was released.
Yeah.
Someone released it on Facebook. I'm like, oh, that's how it ends. Cool. Cause like, all right, I'll tell you.
I remember you said the ending was sad. Yeah. And then I was shitting all over the movie until I seen the movie myself, and then all of a sudden you were
doing what you were doing right now. You're like, it's because of Paul Walker's death. You are such a bandwagoner. I'm like, I didn't see the movie. I just said it was sad.
See, now that I remember, yeah, I am a bandwagoner. Whatever, YOLO.
Yeah. But yeah, that's like Halo. We went from how did we go? We went John died and you brought up Fast and Furious to a whole Fast and Furious discussion. That's how these podcasts are gonna go. We're gonna shoot the shit basically. We're not gonna keep to a tight formula. Whatever we say. These are the main stories we wanted to go through. And if we go through them, we go through them. If we don't, we skip one or whatever. We skip one. But we want to shoot the shit here on the Candid Gamer podcast.
Watch me try a transition from Halo 5 to League.
All right,
I'll do it. I'll try to do it.
This is gonna be. Here's a recurring theme of the show: is watching Tyrade try to stumble through some transitions.
Well, I mean, the Destiny thing was awesome.
You went and you were talking about density or Destiny, and you went like, oh man, and then you just dropped Destiny completely. Like most transitions are like, oh, and we're done talking about Destiny. By the way,
what I did with Destiny though, I said, man, Bungie hyped up Destiny all the way to Halo 3 when it said Destiny awaits. Speaking of which,
you never said
Halo
that poster. You never brought up anything about that.
Fine, poster. I'll transition like this. Halo 5 has fucking multiplayer. Coincidentally, League of Legends has multiplayer. Fucking 5.
Hey, LCS is going on. If you're a fan of League, you should check that out. It's really fun to watch.
And if you want to play League with us,
add me at the space. All right, all capitals in the beginning. So capital T, the space, capital C, Candid space, capital G, Gamer.
Is that your League account?
That's my League summoner name. Yes.
Oh, mine is Lavender Blitz.
I'll add you because I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, it's capital L.
And if you want to follow us on Twitter, I will be the hopefully because I haven't. The _ Gamer 69 probably because that's my football number, and follow Gaming for the Win on Twitter.
Do we have a Twitter?
Well, we're gonna make one before this podcast comes out, so hopefully yes.
All right.
And follow. I think you have a Twitter.
I have a Twitter, but it's my personal Twitter.
Let's not plug it.
What's my? Fuck! I gotta remember
that one. Follow that. Oh fuck! I gotta remember. No, that's not a real.
I'll remember it. Whatever.
And we'll put it in the link. We'll put it in the link description. We'll put it to our Facebook page. Also, I'm not gonna make a Candid Gamer Facebook page
because it's gonna be.
It's just gonna be connected to Gaming for the Win.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and
check out our
season 0 of Gaming for the Win died hard. All of our old Let's Plays are probably.
We're gonna keep
the few, but we're also gonna get rid of some.
Get rid of the Majora's Mask. We're gonna keep the first Super Smash Bros. Because I still think it's a funny as hell one that people should watch.
Okay. Anyways, we're gonna get rid of some.
We're going to revamp. We're going to reevaluate. We're gonna do what Konami should do. Let's bring it all back full circle. We're gonna look at it and like take a good hard look. We're gonna keep some. We're gonna ditch others because some aren't as good as the others. We will tend both of us are not. We're not proud enough YouTubers to admit that all our videos are great. We're still learning, and then we're gonna have a bunch of new content uploading this week, next week. We're hoping to get a lot of shit to go. Tomorrow is gonna. Well, no, sorry, not tomorrow, but we're just gonna get.
Eventually, we're gonna try to get a lot of shit going.
A lot of shit going. Don't keep asking us. I know you guys badger us, but when our videos are gonna be released, don't do that. We will release them when we can. We are both on. He has a tight schedule. School starting up soon. Football starting up soon. I'm on a tight schedule. It's a very hard thing to balance, but we will do as best as we can. If we find a way to Skype and record a podcast, we will. Because we have tried to do it and we haven't yet. We are still on the learning process of that, and that will try to happen so we can upload more things more frequently. We now both have mics. We both have some capture cards, so now we can both upload content. So that's good. Expect some more content from me and more content from him, because now I actually can do it. Because he had my shit for the longest time. But I'm not gonna be salty bastard about it because I let him. So yeah, now it's gonna be a good uploading schedule. We're not gonna release one because we don't want to be tied down to it. So just expect some new shit coming soon. It's gonna be really good. We're gonna get better at this. We promise. Just stick with us. We'll promise it'll be worth it.
My last words is that if it sounded rough in the beginning, we were kind of getting used to the idea of sitting in a dark room with a microphone glowing in front of us and my laptop beeping every now and then. So, eventually we kind of got used to it.
You gotta get used to it.
Shoutouts to our only fan as of today,
Daniel. Daniel. And, hey, let's give a shout out to my brother, Zach. We're not gonna give the last name. So, Carson, Wyatt, and the two Andrews who went to.
We should have tied this into the league championship.
Well, yeah.
Anyways,
but they went to an animathon, and
Edmonton, Alberta.
In Edmonton, and they played some. They went to a League of Legends tournament and went undefeated and won the entire thing. If you want to watch it, we might link it down below. I'm not sure.
We'll see how many links YouTube will allow.
Yeah, we'll see how many. This should be good. But we'll probably maybe link it down below. If not, go Animathon on YouTube and Animathon on Twitch. They should both be there. It's a great match. It's really fun to watch. The commentators for this one
they don't know shit apparently.
Well, they don't know anything, but it's the voice actors of Jinx and Lux. And if you're a fan of League of Legends, you know that game. The voices.
You know who they are.
You know who they are.
Summoners
and so it's really fun. You'll see my brother and the friends at the end. It's a really fun watch, and I enjoyed it. And me and my brother went crazy when we watched my brother play. It was a great time. Definitely check it out, and a big shout out to them. It's good job, guys.
Guys from the Lakeland area.
Yeah. Is this so? This is the end of our first Candid Gamer podcast. I am the Candid Gamer, as I said, Matt, and he is the special guest star for now. And if he wants to choose to become a regular, he can. Tyrade.
Yo. That's me.
So this is the format, man. So again, thanks for watching, and we have a good one. We'll see you next time.
Saying goodbye is the hardest thing. All right. And I think
that's good.